Dariel is a soldier of darkness who has served the Demon King for 32 years, but the second-generation King Bashubaza expelled him from the Demon King's army. The other three Demon Kings also agreed with the decision. Since Dario was useless, he couldn't use magic and was only a commoner in status. Magic is very important for the Demon King's army, so Dario doesn't deserve to be here. Dario was shocked after hearing this. In the past, the first-generation demon, King or Bashub, as his father, had left a message to Dario to take care of Bashubaza. But Bashubaza says that the Demon King doesn't need a weak link like Dario. Because of that, Dario immediately packed his things and left the Demon King's castle. Dario is also often insulted by the demon race because he is a soldier with the lowest level. One of the people who mocked Dario was Reset, but Dario ignored Reset's words and immediately wandered around aimlessly. A few days later, Dario got lost in a large forest and was very hungry. Dario has also given up on his life because he has no more goals. When Dario was resting, suddenly a beautiful and sexy girl jumped on top of him. It turned out that the girl was being chased by a monster that had a high rank. Because of that, Dario immediately helped the girl with the last of his strength and ordered the girl to get out of there as soon as possible. Foreign manages to kill the monster by imitating the hero's fighting styles. The girl was very impressed with Dario because he could beat the monster. Even she thought Dario was a hero, which was often said by the public. Then the girl thanked Dario because he had helped her.
そんなことは関係ない。これはならせめて体当たりで務め。まともな魔族ならに頼るなど魔王軍兵士の恥だが体当たりで追われているのか。空腹で力が人間族の人間だ。そんなことは関係ないか。
However, Dario doesn't really care about the girl because she comes from the human race. While Dario comes from a demon race who always fights with humans, when Dario will return to continue his journey foreign at the girl's house, he was very nervous because this was enemy territory for the demon race, but the girl's parents welcomed Daryl kindly. Then they started getting acquainted, the girl's parents, Anvil and Erica, and the hot girl Marika. They asked about Dario's reason for being in a forest full of monsters like that. Dario answered very carefully. He didn't want to be killed by the humans. Then Daryl tells the incident he experienced days ago, while covering up his identity and that of the Demon King. After listening to Dario's story, Marika cried. The person who took Dario out was cruel according to Marika. Dario is a good person and willing to risk his life for the safety of others. Marika is annoyed at the person who kicked Dario out. She also holds Dario's hand and offers him to stay at Marika's family house, as many vacant rooms are available. Marika's parents also allowed Dario to live here. After all, the remote village called Lux Village was short on workers, so Dario could work in this village. If he wanted to, even Erica was happy that Dario was able to defeat monsters quickly in Dario's mind. He was still hesitating because he was from the demon race, but he sensed that Marika wanted him to live together in this house. Because of that, Dario accepted Marika's family's offer. At night, Marika wanted to have a little chat with Dario. Marika thanked him once again. Since long ago, Marika had always been relied on by others and never met the man who protected her. Because of that, Marika was pleased to meet a strong man like Dario. He was the first man who willingly protected her from monster attacks. The next day, Dario is offered a job as an adventurer by Anvil. Anvil was the leader of the Adventurers Guild in this village, so he asked Dario to make an adventures or a spell contract first, but Dario deliberately pretended to be sick to escape from there. He didn't want his identity as a demon race to be known by them. Then Anvil deliberately ordered Marika to force Dario to make the contract. Laughs. Oh, I'll see. Foreign was surprised because the aura contract could enter him without any problem. He just realized that all this time he was from the human race who lived in the demon nation. In the past, Dario was a child adopted by a first-generation demon king and raised by him, but now he will live in the human race. True to Dario's origin, then Anvil will train Dario how to use the spell order. Mariko also saw Dario train today. The level of compatibility of each adventure in each class is very different, so Daryl must choose a class that matches the spell aura. For types of the Aurora/Sting, hit and defend. First, Dario will try to use a sword and immediately use the power of spell aura according to instructions from Anvil. After Dario could use his powers, and Bill told Daryl to try one by one of the 4 types of aura.
ケン、冒険者はそのオーラを冒険者としてのレクチャーを始めるとしよう。それではまずオーラの扱い。
気をつけてくださいね。お父さん。
見てるだろう。今は断ち切る必要はない。半分も食い込めば。弓すげえ。こいつがオーラの力。俺は木星なの。大丈夫ですか？こいつを砕いた。
It turns out that all types of the aura are very compatible with Dario. Anvil was envious because he had been an excellent adventurer for years, but he was only suited to one class. Marika was amazed and happy because Dario could use 4 types of aura without problems. After that, they discussed Dario's abilities, but Dario didn't know why he could exert too much power like this then, and Bill advised Dario to register with the Adventures Guild in the city center, which adventures really dream of. Anvil knew that Dario's immense power could be more beneficial if he became an adventurer there. Anvil had never seen an adventure with such a high level of compatibility across all types of spell auras. Then Daryl saw Marika crying. She was sure that Dario would go to the city center after seeing that Dario finally decided to stay in Lux Village and would help Anvil do the work of an adventure. He wanted to repay the kindness that Marika's family had bestowed on him. Daryl also apologized that this decision might have been selfish, but he still didn't want to go to the city center. Upon hearing that Marika and Anvil were overjoyed, the Deluxe Village could finally get another adventure, the Honey Mustard. Then Anvil introduced Dario to the residents of Lux Village. Before long there was a teenage boy who was arrogant to Daryl. His name is Gashita. Dario was still at a rank, so he had to obey Ishida, who was a D rank. After Gashita left there, Anvil apologized to Dario, because Kashida had been like that long ago. Anvil hopes that Gashita can change when he goes on a quest with Daryl. After that, Anvil gave the first quest to Dario. Collecting Earth's Lux Village's Adventures Guild was receiving a lot of quests like this. Anvil also warned Dario to be careful when looking for herbs in the forest. Recently, there have been a lot of high-rank monsters roaming around. Even Gashita had been running a quest for one of the high-rank monsters for 6 months, and he couldn't beat it. Then, when Anvil showed Hita's quest to Daryl Foreign.
助かる。しかしの冒険者としての初仕事は。
次回解雇された暗黒兵士さん。これダリエルさんが油断は禁物だ。今